It's the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by WJER Sports in partnership with Smartway Communications, Sugar Valley Meats, and Williams Floorcovering.
And I want to welcome you into the Coach's Corner Show here. It is week number 2 of the 2023 season. Willie Grove again this week with Coach Dan Ifft of the Dover Crimson Tornadoes. And Coach, we were just saying it was a beautiful night for football. Good start to the season other than not getting the win.
Yeah, it was a beautiful night for high school football. And they said no excuses. And we had every opportunity there was to win that ball game, and we just didn't do it. So, you either take the attitude that, woe is me, or you say, hey, we got to learn from this and grow. So if we learn and grow, it'll be fine. And you know what?
I've kind of realized how fortunate I am as a broadcaster with WJER, being able to be in some of the great venues in Eastern Ohio.
Right.
I mean, that was just another great place to play.
It's a beautiful place. It was a beautiful place to play. And right behind us was the city building and the school board building. They're one and the same, which is kind of a neat thing. And they got a lot of projects. There was a lot of construction going on out there yet, but that was a beautiful facility. Locker room space was nice. Crowd was good. Bands were awesome. It was just it's kind of what you expect high school football to be.
Talk to me about the takeaways, the learning process, the things that you're going to be able to build upon.
Well, we watched the film Saturday, and it was not pretty. A lot of unforced errors on our part, so to speak. Not to take anything away from our opponent, they beat us fair and square. I thought they were maybe a little bit more physical than maybe we thought they might be. They were Federal League tough, I think, from playing all those Federal League teams for the last several years. We adjusted to that pretty well, but like I said, unforced errors with we had some situations with the ball, with dropping it and things of that nature, and we didn't have a turnover per se, but nonetheless, those types of things. We didn't handle the first kickoff very well. They got a penalty on it. They took it down about our 40, and then we didn't. Special teams was not up to standard that we expect, and offensively we've got to do some things and try to improve. So if you learn, like I said, you learn, and hopefully their pride button was hit, and they watched the film, they saw, film's the greatest teacher there is, because coaches tell me this, but then I look and I see. And if I don't like what I see, then that pride button inside that they want to fix it. So we have a job to do as coaches, and hopefully the kids see that, and they want to perform better this week as well.
Yeah, the excuses go out the window when they're watching themselves, right?
Well, it is, and we've taken a ditch the victim mentality. I don't care what the weather's like. I don't care anything. There's no excuse. You get 48 minutes to do the best you can, and if you don't do that, then you're going to be faced to handle the consequence, and we have to handle that consequence. So, and again, it's if it's not getting done, it's going to fall. It always falls back here to me, because I'm the head coach, and I thought we were ready, and we had a good week of practice, but the game's a little different. So again, hopefully we had some of our kids that maybe aren't inexperienced learn a little bit, but nonetheless, good teaching tool.
Yeah, and you know what I was thinking? Every time you had a doable play,
right,
a doable down, third and maybe short. You
right,
got that snafu with the snap.
Right.
And so those are things you can build upon. Those are things that are fixable, right?
Right. I mean, the kids saw it. They know. Had we executed fine throughout the entire game, it probably was still going to come down to the wire, because it was two fairly evenly matched quads, I thought. Played them hard, and to our kids' credit, I mean, they woke up in that last drive. We went about the length of the field in under a minute to get it down inside the 10-yard line, and we made a nice throw. JJ makes a nice catch, and Judd put it right on the ball, right on the money, and JJ pulls it inside the 10. We think we're in business, thinking about, okay, what's the 2-point play going to be? Mm-hmm. But nonetheless, it didn't end up that way. But a good sign is they were very angry after the game, not at anybody, just frustrated. Mm-hmm. So, they're great kids. They'll bounce back. We'll give our best, put our best foot forward this week.
Week number 2 opponent, Canton South. They got by. They had a shootout with St. Clairsville last Friday. What do you know about them?
It's as good as South teams I've ever seen. We've played them 6 times, and that's the best team I've seen that the South has. Of course, Matt went over there a couple of years ago, and he's got a number of 3-year starters. And I think I counted 24 lettermen on their roster and 9 that are multiple-year starters. That's a lot of youngsters. That's a lot of experience. And St. Clairsville is probably one of the biggest offensive football teams I'd seen in a while across the board. And it was like St. Clairsville would take the ball and methodically go down the field, take 6 to 7, 8 minutes maybe, and then South will score 1, 2, and 3 plays. And they're that explosive. 5 receiving core, great running back, and their kids up front are doing a good job. And I guess most importantly, their quarterback is probably as good a quarterback as I've seen. He reminds me a little bit of the kid from Canfield with his leadership abilities. He's a little faster, I think, and he throws a little bit better ball, if that makes any sense to you. But
he's pretty good
he's
then.
A 4-year starter, and I shut the film off after about 10 clips, and I said, why is this kid not going Division I? It's just these colleges, I don't know what they're looking for. He's just a field general on the field, and bless him, he's had a great career, and he's going to be a load for us to deal with.
Coach, thanks again for visiting with us.
Thank you.
Good luck this Friday.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yep. Coach Dan Ifft of the Dover Tornadoes. Join us again next week with Coach's Corner.
This has been the Coach's Corner Show for WJER Sports, brought to you by Smartway Communications, Sugar Valley Meats, and Williams Floorcovering.